What's going on, guys? Mike here from the Battle Axe doing another Under the Axe session. Just gonna analyze a Fatbar deadlift here that yours truly, did. Um, this wasn't my max. This was my right before my max effort. This was about 465 because the bar itself is 55 pounds. It's about 3 inches, 3-inch pipe diameter. That's what she said. And it's a lot harder to lift than your typical deadlift bar. Obviously, it's less grip. You can obviously pull it less. It's got no give. So this really works on grip strength, and it just really makes you an overall really strong lifter. Because if you can lift this, you can lift a skinny pipe no problem. I'm doing this just to change it up. I hurt my groin again playing rugby, and I haven't been able to do many squats. So just been playing with the deadlifts and stuff like that. Also, strongman, I'll be doing that this summer most likely, and they have a lot of fat bar events, presses and clean and jerks and deadlifts. So this really helps my grip. So let's get this bad boy started. As you can see, there's a couple things you can notice from the get-go, which I think is pretty huge. Look at those shoes. Huh? Freaking Batman and Joker shoes. That's the reason why I hit a PR on this day. It added about 15 pounds to my max. Um, Trim legs, got a tan going, looking nice, and short shorts, which I think is huge. These are actually Ray-Ban pants, and to make a normal kind of helpful comment, when you lift with these pants, these are really good for like keep your hip warms. They do a lot of knee sleeves and elbow sleeves, but I love these Ray-Ban pants. They warm you up, they keep your hips kind of tight, they help you. But on the deadlift, they're about down to here. They do get caught. The bar sometimes gets caught right in your quad there. So it gets kind of in the way. So I have to roll them up because that's pretty much, since I'm a conventional lifter, they're always going up that way. So let's get started. Um, let's smell a little ammonium there, getting a little liquid crack, and starting to go. So in this position here, what I did, I know you can't see it because it's off camera, but I'm raising my arms up. Two things are going on. My feet are already pretty much in place. They're right against the bar, shins against the bar. Um, and I'm raising my hands up for two reasons. A, it's just like a mental thing that I do just to kind of get situated, but that's not the real reason that I like to do it. I'm fitting my chubbies into the belt. So when I put that belt on, I like to put it up pretty high. My belly buttons are right there, so I like to put a little higher so it's comfortable. Since I'm conventional, my chubbies get in the way and it just pinches and I don't get enough push against the belt. So when I raise my hands up, I'm just kind of getting my fats together so that they can fit in the belt. So once I raise this up, once I do that position right there, I am pushed tight against this belt. I don't really waste much time into the breathing. I am pretty much just ready to go right there as far as my abdomen is concerned. I'm pushing everything against my belt. Um, so I lower down and I have to kind of turn, as you can see. Why I'm turning? Again, I'm fitting even more into the belt, pushing more into the belt, getting around, because it's conventional. When you just go straight down, it's tough when you're wearing a belt because I don't just raw dog it just without anything. So you can see I'm just in this position, kind of digging in my hands into the bar. Now here is what I do is boom, 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 pervs. Um, I'm kind of pushing against the ground and loading my hamstrings. A lot of powerlifters say, and Mark Bell says it all the time, I'm loading these up. I'm loading these, coiling them up like a spring, ready to just push against the ground. So I'm just building tension into this bar. At this very position, I am ready to go. Literally, all my energy is going that way. It's ready to fire off. Everything is going off. You can see the tension in my hamstrings there. My arms are straight. Um, Something that I do that I don't know if it's just because I do it, maybe just because of the belt or because of picking up stones. I kind of have a little bit of a roundness to my back. Um, it's just the way I do it. Some people call it cannonball deadlifting. Konstantinov does it. I didn't know I do it till somebody pointed it out, which is one reason why I wanted to film myself. And it's just the way I lift. I feel very comfortable. My back it's very supported. But major points here in the sense that my hips are lower than my shoulders. See? My hips are ready to fire off. They're in good position. I have a neutral spine. You can see my neck is tucked in. Whoa, that's cool. My neck is tucked in, and I'm ready to fire off. I also have this skull cap, which makes me look like an old boxer, so obviously that's the strength. So we're about to fire off to this ground. One more load. Boom. This very position right here, I'm about to take off the ground. You can see, again, hips lower than the shoulders. I have a roundness to my back, but that's just the way I lift. I'm trying to work on it, but I don't think it's an issue right now for me. Um, I lift off in this position. I think I could have kept my hamstrings, my hips a little lower upon lifting. It's a little high. I think I could have definitely used more hamstring. I tend to use a lot of my back when I lift. You can tell. I use a lot of back. I have a pretty strong back, and I like to attribute that mostly to powerlifting, but mainly strongman and rugby from just scrumming and stuff. But you can see that I could use more hamstrings in this situation if I just kept my chest higher. So I lift off. I like where everything's going. I would like to see that you see right this position, I'm using a lot of back. It's not that it's a terrible lift, but I could use more hamstrings. So I'm kind of muscling this up a little bit, which is because it's not a max. You can see my chin just comes undone there, kind of like start to look up. I would like it for it to fire back from here, way back in there. And I do it later on, but I would like to get that chin tucked in earlier. This position, I tuck my chin in and push straight up. So this position is not too bad. You can just see it just boom, very easy lift. Essential, feet are flat, push against the ground, arms are straight, chins. Yeah, I guess my chins are tucked in right there. You get that double chin, fat face when you're up there. My chubbies are pushed hard against the belt. Uh, really maximizing the use of the belt because I'm big on using belts when you lift so heavy for longevity. And then just, bang. I don't drop the weights. You can't do it in powerlifting meets, and I don't like doing it. It's just bad etiquette. I just drop the weight, bang. That's pretty much it. That was the lift in itself. The video stops there, and I just wanted to do a couple critiques of myself. It's a hard angle to do a lot of critiques as far as where my hips are and stuff, but I like to just kind of pick on myself and get my chubs together. So thanks for watching that. I'm gonna load this video up soon, and much love. Cheers. Oh, and visit my site, damn it. Yeah.